What's up guys, Naked here, and today's video is on the MLG New Orleans scenario. So everyone following Australia obviously has seen everything that's gone on pretty much on Twitter and everything under the sun, Reddit, or wherever it's been. Obviously I've been heavily opinionated on this as a former player and as a team owner now. And usually, on the topic of on the subject of, teams and players, 99% of the time I'm on the player's side, and a lot of people will agree with me there. And this is the first time I've probably a little bit on the fence, probably more on the team owner side after, having experienced most of this. So I'm going to get straight into it. I've got a few dot points in front of me, and I'll get straight into it. The SYF scenario, so everyone has seen that. SYF went to Dallas. They placed just outside of making brackets, not pools, making the brackets, remember that? Basically, I'm fairly sure they had a kind of agreement with their organisation that for them to go to New Orleans, they had to get a certain distance in that competition, and they did not meet that requirement, and obviously they're not going to Nola for that reason through SYF. So basically, the SYF team's like, no, we want to go, then put GoFundMe's out and whatever else, which I found kind of offensive to SYF. They had an agreement. They just spent $10,000 plus sending you to an event, and then you kind of throw it in their face in a scenario like they're poor, they won't send us, which realistically, look at it, it looked like bad PR all over, being on Reddit and everything. It's not a great thing when you can't send your team, and I don't blame SYF in any way, shape or form for that. Can't commend them enough, essentially. You got a very similar scenario with Atletico and, not to a lesser extent, Kings. Everyone wants to go to this event. The reality is the timing and the price of this event, around New Year's and Mardi Gras in New Orleans, is crazy. I mean, there hasn't been a more expensive event ever in the history of time for freaking 8-back teams to go to America. That's how bad it is. The time has all been Christmas, New Year's. Most of our players who are semi-casual will be out doing stuff on Christmas and New Year's and whatever with their families. Realistically, a lot of the overseas players are going to still be playing, so it's not a great time for you to go there either. The brackets are still heavily stacked. Rise, EG, the plethora of European teams in those open brackets is still not a great time to go. Let me stress that right now. The next big point for me is, and this is I'm gonna call out names. I saw Reef in his tweet longer basically say, for whatever org we do join for this, we will do XXX. That's what I've just sent you. You did like one video or whatever, but it's like, we will do XXX. For you to have that backup and for some org to see and go, they will do this, you need to do it beforehand. You can't say, we will do this, we will do this. Number one, it's insulting to SYF when you don't do it, and then some other org you've got no attachment to, you'll just do it for. So they're kind of insulting there. Number two, you need a track history of doing it. You won't, we will do it. That's for any person out there looking for an org saying our players can do this, it's the biggest load of shit any org going will see. If you're not doing it beforehand, you won't do it. A fact. So everyone's like, but you won't send them. Why is it bad to send them an event? I'm going to have that case study of last year. Tainted Minds was the #1 team ranked in pro points before any MLG event. We came up to MLG Atlanta. We had booked our team to go, basically. Dens had left, obviously. We were low and behind on pro points. We were like 2nd or 3rd. We picked up site, and we had to send the team to Atlanta. Why? Missing GPL would be everything for our guys, and basically, I had to do it. It was an expensive event. It was well over $10,000. Well over. I'm just going to say that much. We sent the guys. They outplaced TM. They ended up beating them at Sydney. The money was well spent. The guys made GPL. Right now, for you to make GPL, you've got to come top 3, 2nd, Realistically, as much as I'd love for it to happen, it's not going to happen. Our guys, at worst, will bottom out. Fair enough, first round. That's hypothetically could happen. An Australian team coming 2nd or 3rd, God praise it does happen. It's not likely. It's not worth 15 grand to bet on it. So, that's the case study is we spent the money, we got the results we wanted, and we actually got somewhere. We didn't just play an MLG. We actually got to the GPL from investing that money. That's an investment. Sending a team to New Orleans right now, besides Mind Freak, is not an investment. If you got the money, spend it. Fair enough. If you don't have the money, spend it more wisely at other events or stuff during the year. Everyone's thinking so short term. Oh, January. You never played events in January before. I've got nothing to play for. You didn't play events in January last year. You've got so much to look forward to. You've got these national leagues, $1,000 prize money online. Fair enough. MLG comp is what you get sent to if you win. 3 or 4 of them, plus Worlds, plus a shot at GPL Season 2. So realistically think, there is a lot to play for. Just don't think so short term. Start to build these relationships with your new orgs, which most of you have, and then actually work further and get more for yourself instead of thinking so short term, because I know exactly what you're like. I'm the player. I know exactly that you're all thinking, if I don't get sent to this MLG, I might not get sent to another one. I have to take whatever I can get now because you're so used to orgs treating you bad, and we're in 2017. It's not going to be happening as much. It was to happen, but not happen as much as it used to happen. You need to trust your org owners and work with them. My biggest thing is everyone's like, oh yeah, you don't get it. You and TM, I'm going to throw it out there, they think us and TM are loaded with cash, and we get free trips to America. We don't get free trips. This is the common misconception that pisses me off. The guys do not get free trips. They earn them by winning. We invested the money, invested the money to send the team twice to Sydney to win 2 of the first 3 2Ks. They won the next one easier online, so go figure, onliners. But we invested the money, invested with an I and an ested near the end. And they played well, placed well, and they won their trip. They didn't get it, they won it, earned it with the investment. Thank you for listening. See you tonight, hopefully. And hopefully that cleared up my opinion. Thanks, guys.